And so my message today is I'm not going to sit there and go through everything and read about everything and see what this person's saying and that person's saying. I'm on set working, and I'm not sitting here on my phone going through all these comments all the time and reading all this stuff on Twitter. And there's a reason why I deactivated now both accounts, because I go on there and I just see, did you see what so-and-so said? Did you see what so-and-so said? No, I have not seen what Sean has said. I don't want to, because I don't want to read all this stuff and get roped into this negativity that I think is really, really unhealthy. So, I'm starting to really not like social media at all. I just think it's a very toxic place. And I think the important message is that everyone should spend less time on social media and caring about what everyone is saying about them and about other people, and maybe go focus on something else that's like super healthy and self-enhancing, like, I don't know, a run, a hike, a loved one, be with them, play a game, read a book. I come from a different era of time. I did not grow up in the social media world. I'm in my 40s, so I don't put as much value on this as maybe some other people, and I understand that and I respect it and get it. But just not being in that, age group of when people were growing up with social media, for me, this is a place of fun to post pictures of places you've been, things you like to do, to promote a show that you're on, and a character, connect with some fans and say nice positive things and thank somebody, and I don't know, send a heart and a kiss, and that's what this is for, at least for me. And so, no, I don't want to go back there and look at whatever Sean had posted. I don't know what Sean had posted. I don't want to look at it. I am not Sean. I am Lana Parrilla. And I think because people say or do things and I may associate with them, it doesn't mean that I think like them. I shouldn't be friends with them. I should cancel them out. We can't control what people are going to say and do in the world. We just can't. And, I think the best thing to do is try to put a positive message out there. When someone is saying something that we don't like, we don't take enough time, and I say we, the collective, do not take enough time to teach, to genuinely teach. And we often just cut and cancel and block. And I've had to block some of the negativity because I don't like the way it makes me feel. I can wake up feeling really great, and then I go check something or post something, and I am bombarded with this awful, just energy. And there's so many beautiful messages that people write, and it takes exerted effort to focus on that, because the negativity can be so powerful sometimes, and it's so powerful that it has ruined people's lives. That is the downside of social media, that it has genuinely destroyed people. And that is really disheartening, because we shouldn't value social media so much. Imagine a world without it, we wouldn't even know what people were thinking or saying or about us. And I think that's a healthier place to be on some level. I don't know how long I'm going to actually keep social media going in my life. I'm debating whether or not keeping any of this going. But I just think it's very, very hard and unfortunate. And there are a lot of people hiding behind these images, a picture, an icon that's not even them. And they are saying things that have such a negative effect on people and destroying and ruining their days. And I just ask you, what kind of person do you want to be in the world? I don't want to be that kind of person that's going to hurt someone or, infect them with negativity. That's not who I want to be in the world. So I think everyone needs to pause, think about what you want to say. It's like even hard to prepare for this. I think I was just sitting here. I came home from work and I was like feeling pretty good. And then I was looking at some of the comments on Instagram and I read, have you seen this on Twitter? And I'm just like, oh my God, more stuff? Really? It's so disappointing. And I don't want to have a platform where people can just write so much negativity. So I've shut my Twitter accounts, plural, down. And for those of you that, have intentionally tried to cause this and create it, congratulations to you. But, my page is not available for people anymore because all the good people that do support me and the show or this fandom, they don't need to have their days infected, and they definitely don't need to spend a second thinking about how to respond or how to defend me or the show or people I am affiliated with. I personally don't want you to spend any moments of your life focusing on that. I just don't. There are much more important things to focus on in the world than these quote-unquote ships that are fantastical from a TV show. They're not even real. They are made-up characters to tell a really cool story. And we are actors portraying characters that are fictional. And to pin people against each other because they support this ship or that ship, I just ask you, is that the kind of person you want to be in the world? Causing chaos and negativity over fictional characters on television? So I am not even fully undressed from coming home from work, and I am now doing this. This is not how I like to spend my evening, but I think it's critical to speak to the fans who are affected by this grossness that people are putting out there. And I don't know. I can say that it is, it's frustrating, being on this end of it, reading certain things and being attacked by some fans or ex-fans, being labeled by them too is very unhealthy and unfair. And anyway, I don't know what more to say. Someone's asking if I cut my hair. No, I didn't. It's just somewhat in Rita fashion. But I had to share this because I think a lot of people are confused. Like, why did she shut, her Twitter account? Because Twitter to me is just a bunch of negativity that I don't want to see anymore. I just don't want to see it. And, it's like if what's going to affect you in the world is reading negativity, looking at the darkness, constantly watching the horrible things happening on the news. Like, your days are going to be filled with fear and ugliness. Like, I can't live like that. I don't want anyone to live like that. I highly advise everybody to find balance in their lives and some semblance of happiness or some positivity. Yeah. It says the fans were not the toxic ones. We're calling out Sean. Sean was toxic and mean. Okay, I'm sorry Sean was toxic and mean. But to then look at me and say, you can't be friends with Sean, I don't know. I mean, for people who has, siblings who don't support their gender identity or their sexual preference, or friends or family members who are in that position, I'm definitely not sitting here telling you to not speak to them and to not be associated to them. I don't think anyone has the right to say you can't be friends with this person. I would never do that unless that person was seriously abusive to that human being who was being abused by them. I would say probably reconsider this relationship. But I cannot be responsible for what other people are saying. And I'm asking you not to do that to me. So, they definitely don't have the right. Your choices are your own. I'm not sure what that means. Who doesn't have what right? Again, like, this is part of the social media. Like, we're reading comments of things that are taken out of context, and I'm now having to spend hours trying to decipher what this even means. It's very confusing to me and is honestly putting me off to social media altogether. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this much longer. Yeah, and there's a lot of supportive people that are saying very kind things. I think, really, I'm talking to all of you, like even the people that are saying such negative things, like homophobia is definitely not okay. And I don't know what homophobic comments someone has said, and I have honestly no idea what this comment is that somebody said. And maybe some of you think I should have done my homework prior, but honestly, I'm choosing, I don't want to. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And it's not ignorance. It's just, it's exhausting. There's so much negativity in the world. I don't want to read any more negativity. I think everyone knows that homophobia, and from what I think, is not okay. My best friends are gay. My best friends are lesbians. My best friends are gay. My best friends are non-binary. Like, I think everyone knows where I stand. So I don't think I need to defend myself there. But if everyone wants to sit here and this person, I'd like to go live with this person. I'm curious. Hi.
Hi.
I'm asking, can I see your face? Because I'm really curious what's happening here. I'm very confused. So I'm choosing you because you have a lot to say here. So I'd like to see you so you can help
Actually,
me
it's really
understand what's
dark.
going on.
I'm sorry, but it's really dark, so you can't see me right now. But Sean called my friend a dyke. I'm sorry. I would like put something around it, but I can't because you're not gonna understand. But she called him a dyke, and among other things, and then blocked him when she tried to step to him, basically. I don't know if you know what that means or not. But yeah, if she was like, that's not all right, that's not cool and stuff. And it made her feel some type of way. And you made her also feel some type of way with your apology, which wasn't really an apology to her, in her opinion.
I never, what apology? Who called? I don't even know what you're talking about. This is the point. So could you please,
Exactly,
can I
that's the
please see your
problem.
face? I think it's
You can't
important
see
to
my
see it.
face because it's dark in here. It's dark where I am.
You don't have a light in the room?
No, I don't have a light. I'm pretty poor. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Um, so it's my job now to defend Sean.
Actually, well, it's not your job necessarily, but that is your friend, and your friend is also a celebrity just like you. So if you know, if you're well aware of him and his actions, if you he's doing this stuff, then tell all of your fans, it is like your job to make sure he
Right.
knows
But what I,
what's right and what's wrong. Even though he is a grown man who should know what to do. Like his homophobic comments, that's not okay. And if you are well aware that he is saying the stuff, then you need to get on and tell him to stop, or you need to FaceTime him or something and be like, that's not cool. You need to stop or stop being friends with him. It's that simple.
so you're assuming that I know what he said, which is also the number one mess up here because I do not know what he said. And that was the whole point of getting on this right now is saying, you guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have my Twitter account. I'm not on Twitter to see what people are saying anymore, especially now. But I shut down my account and kept Keep It Regal Boutique open for a very specific reason. So I hear that you're upset, and for that, I am sorry. But I am not. You have to understand. I'm not sitting there reading all of Sean's Twitter posts. Like that's not how I spend my time. I have no idea what Rebecca is posting or Sean or a lot of people on Twitter. I'm not paying attention to Twitter as much. I was only through Keep It Regal Boutique. And then I posted a picture today and everyone attacked it. And I'm like, okay, why? So I'm confused. Oh, good. There's light. So
Can you see me good? Can you
yeah,
see me good?
yeah,
I look a little raggedy, but
that's okay.
yeah.
But I think it's really important. You know, some people are saying don't waste your time doing this. But, you know, I think it's really an important lesson for everybody because I think that everyone assumes that that everybody is reading everything and we're spending hours and hours and hours of our day on Twitter reading what people are saying. And I'm sorry, I'm here to tell you I'm not. Like, that's not what I'm doing. So, no, I had no idea what Sean has said, and I don't know, and I'm sorry for what he said, and if he offended people, but this should not be placed on me, you know.
You're right. And most of the
So
time it
I
won't be
think
placed on you.
I'm sorry.
I said most of it is not being placed on you because most of it is actually being placed on Sean because you haven't been on social media and he has. He's been saying all his comments. That's not wrong. That's not right at all. Clearly.
Okay, so then maybe you should address it with Sean and leave me out of this because this isn't fair. So I shut down my Twitter accounts because the negativity is just so bad and toxic for the people that are, you know, not focusing on this stuff, and it's been really, really heartbreaking. So I'm just, you know, I'm curious why. I mean, I think about like, you know, people in our lives that say awful things. I feel like, okay, then we can deal with that person directly. But like, you know, Sean, if you're not liking Sean or what he's saying, then maybe just don't read anything that he posts. Don't get involved. Disconnect from it completely. Like if I don't like, I might disconnect from everybody after this, to be honest with you, because it's just so ugly and gross. And there's so much ugliness in the world right now. Why are we getting then don't follow him. Disconnect from him. Walk away from it. But the more you engage, the more you're putting yourself in the line of fire. So just disconnect. And I think that's the thing to do.
I mean, yes,
people myself.
I agree.
So then maybe that's the stance you take, keep me out of it. If you have an issue with somebody, then have that issue with that person. Don't drag me in with it. Okay? That's first and foremost. And,
Yes.
I mean, it's like if you got in a fight with am I going to drag you into an argument with somebody that why? You guys got to be fair to people in the world. You just do. And it's so easy to write all this stuff, but you guys got to be fair to people in the world. If you got an issue with one person, deal with that. Don't start dragging in other people and his friends, and they should be saying this and they should be saying that, especially to the people that have no idea what the hell's going on, like me.
Well, see, you were dragged into it because, you're a part of it. Because remember the fan? Well, this all started because of the Brazilian fan, the one with the bad internet that was added to your live. Her. This all started because of that, and everyone felt some type of, I don't know if you paid attention or anything or if you knew about it, but everyone felt some type of way because that was rude about how y'all just kicked her off the live and how you couldn't hear her good. Because her English wasn't good, I guess. And
actually, you know what? I'm right here. You can ask me these questions instead of assuming and letting other people tell you what they thought actually took place.
But you said, that's what I'm saying. Yes. You and your bestie, Sean McGuire, yes, both of you said that the connection with the fan wasn't good at all. And that her English wasn't good either. So
actually, why don't you, that's actually not what happened.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. But you can go ahead and perceive it that way. But that's not what happened. That's not at all what happened.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes, absolutely. The connection was bad, and if you watch the whole thing, we asked every single person where they were from. Reason being, because we take interest in knowing where people are from because we have fans globally. Like, I like to know where people are from. By the way, I worked with someone today. I was like, where are you from? I'm from Chicago. Really? What part? Oh, I'm from the North. Oh my God, that's so funny. I've been there. I know people from there. It's a very common thing it's actually polite. You're taking interest in somebody, asking them where they're from, taking interest. When I spoke to the Brazilian girl, I heard her voice and I could hear that she was Brazilian because I spent so much time interacting with Brazilians that I can hear her accent. I knew she was Brazilian. And I was like, her fervent meaning passion, her excitement is what to me conveyed, she's from Brazil. I knew from the tone in her voice because I've spent so much time getting to know my fans that I can, just like the one girl goes, she's from Italy. I knew she was from Italy. That's what it was. So the connection was bad and we couldn't hear her very well. That's not why. No one kicked anybody off other than we're trying to get through, and we only had, the countdown was going and we only had like a couple minutes left or whatever it was. Whatever it was before we lost connection. So, it's like these things that are being perceived. They say there's your story, my story, and the truth. That's what they say all the time. So I just think everyone's so quick to judge as opposed to really kind of going, wait, what happened? So when we got off that live, I thought, my God, we spent some time, connecting with fans because we haven't in so long, and we thought they would love to see us together, and we made it fun, and we took 2 hours out of our Sunday because we had to travel, drive, meet up, have lunch, go live, blah, 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 to meet up with the fans and to connect with them. And they turned it into a negative thing, and that's really what hurt me more than anything. So, it's like, wow, no good deed goes unpunished. And that's a very, popular saying when you're trying to do something good and it backfires. And so want to do this anymore. Like, I'm doing it live now because I felt like, wow, I should connect with the people that are very confused and the people that are angry and they feel like, they've been wronged. And I'm like, I'm literally like in the dark. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What did I do? What happened? And so I had to click on you because you're saying so much. I really needed to understand what's going on. But it's
Yes,
not,
I'm very vocal. I'm very sorry.
yeah, it's not what you think, and it's not what a lot of people think. Now, I can't speak for Sean. Sean's his own person. He's a grown man. He's going to say whatever he's going to say. He's very, very vocal. He's very active about, and he's very political, and he says a lot of things that a lot of people don't like. And that's what you're getting with Sean Maguire. That's how he can be. Okay, but that doesn't reflect on me in any way. I'm my own person, and I shouldn't be judged by what someone else is saying. And I think that's a lesson for everybody, which is also why I wanted to do this, because, you shouldn't be punished for something that your sister or brother or your best friend has said. Why should you get in trouble for that if you didn't say it and you don't even know what the hell's going on? So,
Well,
this is a message to our youth too. And I don't know how old you are, but I'm 43 years old, and I didn't grow up in this world of social media and all this stuff and people blah 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 saying all the stuff that they could say. This is not. I didn't grow up like that. This was a platform for me to share photos, nice memories, etc. But the negativity that's come out of it is very toxic. It wasn't always like that.
well, wait, can you still hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. You're
Okay,
like
good.
frozen, but I can hear you. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on FaceTime, so that's probably
it's
the problem
okay.
too.
It's all
But
right.
how
So I hope that's cleared up some things.
it has, but how I was raised, if my sibling said something, and this just did happen recently, actually, like maybe like 10 minutes ago, if they said something and I knew they said it,
If
I
you
knew I
knew
would
is the
still
question.
get in
If you
trouble.
knew is the most important thing.
Yes,
If you
but
knew, I don't know what he said. So I'm asking you to not judge me for something that I am in the dark about. Do you understand?
yes, and I'm not trying to
Thank you.
judge you per se,
No,
but
everyone,
see,
a
like,
lot of people have, and you did in the beginning of this phone call. You assumed that I knew something and had information when I didn't. Instead of asking
so
me,
basically, wait, pause.
do you know what Sean said is really how you should have started the conversation? Are you aware of what Sean said? I would have said, no, I have no clue. What did he say? Then you could tell me and I can go, all right, that's not cool. I wouldn't have said that. But
But still, would you have said something to him about it and told
I,
him to properly apologize to everyone that he has affected?
you know what? I probably would. Absolutely. If I said, you know what, that was not cool. You should probably, you know, say you're sorry. Because I know he said he's sorry about other things that he has said. But I honestly have no clue, you guys. Like, I have to tell you, I'm not sitting there reading Sean's posts. Like, I have better things to do with my time. Sorry to, I know you guys want to read his posts all day. That's fine, but I'm not.
Ooh.
So, that's where I'm coming from. So don't judge me and expect me to do something if I don't know about it. I'm pissed about that. I don't think that's cool.
I see. So
So
this whole time, basically this whole time, like the whole while your
the whole
whole
time
account
that I've
was
been at work since 4
deactivated,
a.m., is that what you're
you
talking about? The whole time that
no,
I've been
I'm talking
filming all
about
day?
the
Because
whole
that's what
time
I've been
your
doing.
Twitter account has been deactivated. The whole time you just were completely oblivious to the whole situation.
Yes, I was. I
Oh,
know that
okay.
people were pissed off from the live we did, and that was it. So, I don't know what to tell you. You can unfollow, you can block, you can do whatever. With
Oh
me, you
no.
can judge me till you're blue in the face. You can take my words as truth or not. But this is happening for a reason. All this, I chose you for a reason. Because you had a lot to say.
And you had a
Yes,
lot to
very
say,
vocal.
and you had a lot to judge, and you had no idea what my reality was.
Okay.
So that's my reality. I don't know what's going on. It makes me sad. Sean's not even in this country. I don't know, he's with his family somewhere. And,
Okay,
I text
so
him saying, I don't know what the hell's going on Twitter, but like I've deactivated my accounts. I can't deal with this because I don't know what the hell's going on. So I said, what the hell's going on? I've not heard back.
okay.
So, that's it. So, I don't have to sit here. And a lot of people going, you don't have to explain yourself. But I think the message is important. It's a bigger issue. The issue is we're too quick to judge people without taking interest and asking questions. And I think that's really critical.
Well, we can't ask you questions if your
You
account is
can.
deactivated and you're
Well,
putting your,
right now you're asking me questions. Is
well,
this
see, yes,
because I have no interest in arguing with you.
I'm not trying to
You're
argue with you, Miss Priya. I love you very much. As you can see, I've
okay.
met
Well,
you.
then that's great. And thank you. But like, it doesn't feel that way. So I can just tell you that it doesn't feel that way. So you can, and all of you who think the way, the people in your circle who are creating all this negativity, you all can decide what you want to believe, but I'm telling you my truth. So you can take that. I don't even know if I want to keep doing any of this anymore because it's just so gross. I've had better time. My mother's here. I'd like to, I just finish work after however many hours, like to sit down and rest. But this was very disturbing, so I had to address it. So, I hope that this has cleared some things up. But
Yes, it's clear that you had no idea what's been going on.
great.
And you came onto this live to hopefully clear up and tell everyone that you still don't know what's going on. Well, you know now because, well, we had this pleasant conversation that I'm very happy about, actually. But
Yeah, and I won't know anything until I speak to Sean and try to understand what's going on. So I honestly don't know. So, I'm sorry that this has all gotten really ugly. But I honestly, there's a part of me that doesn't even want to go there and just like, and it's not called ignorance. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I think that, celebrities connecting with fans is a very new thing that's happened in the last 10 years. And I can understand why a lot of people don't want to, be on social media because there's so much negativity that comes at them. They get judged and torn apart for this, that comment. You like somebody, you don't like somebody, you're friends with this person, you're not friends. I mean, I just remember the world being a lot simpler when growing up and you didn't have to live with other people who you've never met and never seen. And even their icon picture isn't even them saying awful things to you and causing you to do awful things to yourself or feeling less about yourself. And I see that happening so much amongst the fans and the youth. And it makes me so sick inside because a lot of people are really beautiful. But you have this one or two or three people that have something negative to say, and that person's life, that whole day, the month, the insecurities that build. I mean, is that fair to do to people in the world? Especially
no,
if you don't
it's
know
not
them
fair
and you've
to
never
do
met them. It's not. And I
because
hope
that's
people don't do that to you.
cyberbullying.
I hope people
No,
don't do that to
people
you.
don't cyberbully me because, well, I take my time off of social media to get myself collected and together,
Well, then
like
you're one
every
of the
day.
smart ones, but not everybody is like that. So I hope this message goes out to a lot of people that, the hate on here is easy to get wrapped up in. But honestly, it's really bad. And this other girl, please don't hang up this ignorance. Don't feed into it. I don't know what
Ooh,
that
is her
person's saying.
name Jasmine 08 something?
Yeah.
Hmm. I would not add
No,
her, by the way.
Janie AW
Oh, I
27.
don't know who that is.
Listen, I don't know. That's the thing. People are going to say a million awful things. And I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So, you know, I can tell you that it doesn't make me want to be a part of this world anymore. My world is really beautiful. And when I connect in this way to people that saying, oh, it's toxic. It's really toxic. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, I don't know. It's turned me off to a lot of things. Social media, all of it. And, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do moving forward. But, you know, people really need to think twice about reacting to everything because it's just really damaging. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I again, you know my name. I don't know yours. What's your
Oh,
name?
my name's Aaliyah. Yeah,
Aaliyah.
we met last year, but she didn't know.
Okay. Well, it's hard to see. I'm only getting your nose, your eyes, and
Oh,
if
I'm
not
sorry.
half of your nose, and you're
Can you see
frozen.
me?
No,
Oh,
you're
I'm
frozen.
frozen.
You're frozen. So,
Oh,
um,
I'll send you a picture of me. Yes, I don't
but
know
you
if you're
know,
gonna
this
accept my
this
friend
fandom has
request.
been, you know, a lot of us from Once Upon a Time have invested in this fandom for years now. So the stuff that takes place, the toxicity, it does affect us. We've spent years traveling the world, meeting all the fans globally, and we've gotten to know them, um, you know, personally. We've gotten to know their names. We've gotten to meet their families. So, you know, when people say, don't let this affect you, move on, don't get caught up in it, it actually does affect me because I do care about the fans. And I care about how this negativity is not just infecting myself, but them. So I'm here to defend all of them and those who feel wronged. Let's stop this shit, man. Let's just stop
Mm-hmm.
with the darkness. You know, don't get caught up in it. Someone's going to say something stupid. Walk away, man. Walk away. You know, you want to say something intelligent back? Fine. You want to say something to defend yourself and close the door? Then do it. But getting caught up in it and letting yourself spiral in this darkness is really unhealthy for you. It's unhealthy for everybody. So I highly recommend to all of you who get wrapped up in this stuff, just do the opposite, please, because it will serve you better. All right? Otherwise, it's like I'm going to be gone forever on this stuff. I'm like, peace.
I
I'll live
think
my life
after this,
privately and quietly and not
I
have to
think
deal with the
if
banter.
I were you, Miss Priya, after this, see if I were in your shoes, because I know that this has been going on for a lot, like 9 years, over 9 years, because you've been off once upon a time for a while now. But if I were you, I wouldn't pay any attention to it, honestly, because there are people like me that are very vocal and stuff, and there's also people that are going to send you hate comments, and then there's also people that are also going to tell you how much they love you, which is very nice and sweet.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not saying ignore them, but
Well, let me
just
ask you
pay
something. Would you
attention.
want to hang out with a bunch of people who are calling you xenophobic, homophobic, you know, ugly, this, that, bringing in, you know, your family and badgering you? And, or would you want to read the comments that are, you know, people are saying, wow, you were so great last night, or, you know, you looked great today, and it's so nice to see you, and you have my love and support. Who do you want to hang out with?
I'd rather hang out with, well,
Those
I mean, I'd
people,
be in the
right?
middle. I'm saying, for me, I'm saying I'd be in the middle because the people that are telling me that I did great and stuff, they could be lying. And the people that are also calling me xenophobic and other phobic names, they're also lying. So, well, I don't know. Well, they're lying, but telling the truth. In all
You know
honesty,
what
I
I'm
don't know.
saying, love. I think you gotta say, if you could trust those people who are saying nice things out of your friends. Do you want to hang out with the people that are bullying you? Or do you want to hang out with the people who are your friends? That's really what it boils down to.
Yes,
So
the friends.
you make that choice for yourself. And all of you who are watching this, who are caught up in this crap too, like just please. And I say crap meaning the back and forth and the pointing and the accusing and the blaming and the name calling. Just walk away. It's
Mm-hmm.
the healthiest thing you could do. You got something to say, be respectful about it. I'm not responsible for other people who aren't saying respectful things. This is a message to all of you who are spending way too much time getting wrapped up in this stuff. So,
Oh, am I still frozen?
yeah, you're still frozen,
Oh, really? For
but
me, I'm not. I'm sorry.
it's all right. You have a spiraling circle on your forehead, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So anyway, this message is for everybody. All these people who have these comments of saying some positive things, some negative things, and people who are saying get off and hang up on you. I'm not, because I think that there's a more important message here. And, and I appreciate that you're standing up for your friends and you're defending your friends as you should, as you should. So, it doesn't bother me. And it doesn't bother me that you're like, well, what about this? What about that? That's fine. I can answer all those questions. But, I feel at least there's been some resolve with us. And if that's one person out of however many are having difficulty, then I feel good about that. But, there's about 4,000 people watching right now. So I know some of them are your friends. And I hope that this is helpful to them to take this lesson and apply it to every area of their life, not just the once upon a time casts, but like people in your life. Don't be so quick to judge. Take interest, ask questions, and then think about what you want to do with that information. That's the best thing to do. And,
really
and
good
trust me,
advice.
I'm not sitting here reading all this stuff all the time. I honestly, I don't have the time. And, I like to stay creative and do things, and I'll like pictures and stuff, and I'll go through some comments, but there's a lot to go through. And I often find that it can be, there's a lot of creative ways to spend your time away from the devices that are just brainwashing us daily. So I like to look out and look at the things that are tangible, like, walking in nature and connecting to real people that I can touch sometimes, like, connecting FaceTime if you have to. I get it. Like, these devices serve to a degree, and then they can be also very toxic. So just, find the balance in your life is what I'm looking at you. It looks like I'm looking down, but I'm trying to look at you, even though you're frozen. I'm still looking in your eyes. But anyway, that's the message I wanted to share today. And I am not going to sit here and defend myself anymore. You're the one person I'm going to connect with, so we can at least get some of this cleared up. And even if I do tell Sean what I feel and think, he's going to take that information and do as he so chooses. I can't sit there and reprimand a grown person, tell him how to behave. We can say, hey, I don't think that's cool. I think maybe you should apologize. We have a big fandom here, and there's a lot of love and a lot of confusion. Find a way to, make up for it. It's the only thing I could do. But I'm no one's mother. I'm no one's, I am a woman in this world with a life, with my family, and, I do the best I can with, trying to be there for everybody's in the fandom and show love and support and gratitude and keep everyone, involved. And I just hope that this stuff turns around. And I know it's a crazy time, especially with COVID and the quarantine, and everybody's losing it, and everyone's finding stuff to latch on to, and maybe get off social media for a while. That's what I recommend. Just do the opposite of what you do every day for a change. Could be good for you.
I agree.
All right. I appreciate you taking the time, even though I picked you out of the bunch.
Oh yeah, so you're about to get a decline by accident.
No. I literally just clicked on you and requested you. I didn't even go under the requests. I just saw your words in bold, and I felt like, okay, I'm going to just click on her and have a conversation. So anyway, Do you have anything else to say before we hang up? Is there anything else?
Yes. Would you like to accept my message request so you can see what I look like?
Oh shit.
Oh well, it's not right now, but come on later.
Yeah, I can try to find you again. I honestly don't even know what I clicked on your name. I got to figure it out. But I think I do know what you look like because if I've met you before, I'm not quite sure. You have
Oh,
a
I didn't have glasses at the time, and I
and
looked a
yes,
hot
and you
mess.
have a
So
wrap around your head, so it's hard to see. I can only see this much. This is what I'm seeing. So,
that's actually really good. Considering how I'm frozen, that's even better.
all right. Well, go in peace, and my Twitter account is no. Both accounts have been deactivated. So, for those who were on it, I'm sorry. Who were supportive and loving, I'm sorry. But I had to do what was best for me, and I made a decision what was best for the collective, because it just got too ugly, and I didn't want to be associated to that anymore. So, all right. I don't know where you are in the world, but now you're frozen. I can't hear you, so I'm going to hang up. I thank you. I'm not getting rid of you. I'm hanging up. Okay? And go in peace, everybody. And again, spread love, not hate. Bye.